Okay, over the next few days, I'm going to be trying to do Shopify dropshipping with an Instagram account. The Instagram account that I bought has about 25,000 followers, cost us about $300, and I'll be trying to use it to make a ton of money and get that saucy Lamborghini. This is what someone with no Lamborghini, no dropshipping course, no guarantees will probably make if they started Shopify dropshipping. So basically, a complete beginner. With that said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into this video. Okay, so dropshipping is split up into basically three main sections. So, what is the first section? Well, the first section of dropshipping is known as product selection. Okay, so right now we basically need to figure out the product selection section of this dropshipping challenge. The Instagram account that I bought is one that is basically like a TikTok's Instagram account, so it basically posts a ton of TikToks. It's getting a decent amount of views, and the people that follow those types of accounts are probably people in like their early 20s, but probably late teens and that type of niche. So whatever product we decide to sell has to be pretty cheap just so it fits that demographic. More so have to do with girls, and it just has to all around fit that type of account. But most importantly, it has to not look like a complete ad. Because as someone who uses social media a lot, I know that if something looks like an ad, I usually skip it in like 1 second. So whatever we post needs to look integrated into our Instagram account so people don't completely ignore it. Okay, so basically after spending a ton of time looking for a product on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, I eventually settled on this product. So why did I settle on this one? Simple. Product was cheap and it was simple. I could find a supplier for the product on a website called CJ Dropshipping, which is actually the supplier that I was using, and I suggest that you use as well. And the reason I went with CJ Dropshipping instead of the usual AliExpress is because of the shipping times for the product. On AliExpress, the shipping times, or at least the standard shipping times, was like 30 days. But on CJ Dropshipping, the shipping times were like 7 to 15 days for that product. And if I used a US-based supplier on CJ Dropshipping, then it would be like 2 to 5 days for the exact same product. And because they have warehouses basically all over the world, it would also be faster shipping times for orders outside of the US, maybe the UK and France and etc. and etc. But basically, after watching this video by the Ecom King, who is a 7-figure dropshipper, he was using CJ Dropshipping, and his other ultra successful dropshipping friends were also using CJ Dropshipping. And so basically after watching that video, he basically easily detailed for me why I should be using CJ Dropshipping. Because this actually wasn't my first Shopify dropshipping store. I had run some Shopify dropshipping stores in the past, and the reason I had quit or stopped with Shopify is because I felt like I was scamming people while on Shopify. I mean, the products that I was ordering from AliExpress was simply not getting there on time, and my Facebook ad score, like Facebook ad manager's score, was like really low, and Facebook wasn't even pushing my ads out to that many people. So I basically just quit, and all of those problems that were coming with the fact that my products were not getting to the customers basically stemmed from the fact that it was really slow. So I was really happy that CJ Dropshipping could actually fix that problem for me. I mean, I really wanted to avoid getting a ton of customer complaints, refunds, chargebacks, and all of that simply because of the late delivery of my products. And all of that basically wouldn't happen with CJ Dropshipping. And also, if I wanted to start turning this product into a brand, which, I mean, they could start a series where we actually eventually turn this into a brand. If I wanted to start private labeling and branding the product, because then I'll be able to make some serious cash from this actual brand, then CJ Dropshipping would have obviously been the easier choice, because CJ Dropshipping obviously allowed for private labeling and agents, and so that's basically another reason why I went with CJ Dropshipping. All the stuff that I basically learned on Ecom King's video. It's basically almost like I was preparing for the success of my brand. If eventually this turned into a success, I could easily turn it into a brand. So that's basically what I was doing. Okay, so it's been about 1 hour later, and I've actually found the product that we're going to be going ahead and using for the challenge today. I found it on TikTok, so there's a ton of stuff on it, and I'm just gonna basically be selling that product in today's video. So at this point, I had found the product that we were gonna be using, and I had found the supplier who was gonna be supplying our product on CJ Dropshipping. Now it is time for the website creation. For the website creation, I was using a website called Shopify. And by the way, this is not sponsored. I mean, I'd seen so many people using Shopify, so I thought, it makes sense for us to use Shopify for this challenge as well. So it was the time to basically create the website of the store. And I basically spent a couple of minutes watching a couple of YouTube videos on how to make a store look absolutely beautiful. Because that was the hardest part of this challenge, basically the website creation, because I knew that if we had a good website that looked absolutely beautiful, then it would be a lot easier to convert people to actually buying from our brand. So I watched a ton of videos of basically on website creation and making a beautiful store, or at least a converting store. I plugged in the CJ Dropshipping, who was a supplier, and I plugged in all of their products. I thought it would have been difficult, but it was absolutely easy and seamless, to be honest. I just plugged in the product that we were going to be using onto Shopify. After spending about 2 to 6 hours basically creating the website and plugging everything in and making everything look nice, I was finally finished, and it cost us a decent amount of money to get it going. So the Shopify plan cost us about $33 with tax included, which you should include tax. And the Shopify domain cost us about $16 to get going. So that was already $49 spent on this challenge before even making our first cent. And that's just $45 spent on the Shopify. If we're really gonna take in costs into account, we have to take in the $300 we spent on buying the actual Instagram page. So the total challenge spent on, that doesn't make sense. The total spent on this challenge so far is now $349. So please subscribe to the channel. The third part of this challenge is basically gonna be creating an ad that will convert people. Converting people from being just normal people scrolling on Instagram to becoming people who want to buy our products. And since the demographic on Instagram is a much younger population, people in their 30s, 20s, and teens, and the fact that I'm pretty lazy, I'm just gonna use a video that I already found on TikTok talking about my product, and I'm not gonna basically create an entirely new ad by basically ordering the product and making my own videos. I'm just gonna freaking take videos that I already see on TikTok already and just repost those pictures on my Instagram account, and hopefully one of them are gonna blow up and we will be able to make some sales. Okay, so now we had finished finding the products. We had finished creating the website for the product and had basically done with the first half of the challenge. Now we needed to drive traffic to our product with our 25,000 followers. And obviously that wasn't going to be hard at all because we already had the followers that we were going to be targeting. So we just needed to post things on our Instagram account about that product to get people to know what it is and eventually buy that product. So let's see how that went. How did the challenge go? The challenge went pretty decently well. The Instagram reel did really well. The posts did also pretty decently well, getting a couple thousand likes, and everything looked like it was going to do really, really well. We were able to drive a ton of visitors to the store. Almost 400 or 500 visitors to the store. So with those amount of visitors, you'd be expecting a ton of money made, but we were not able to make that much money. We were only able to make one sale on the day of the challenge. The sale came out to $39, which was not great. I think the problem was the fact that people have already seen that product a bunch of times on Instagram and on TikTok before, and it was pretty saturated. So I think I'm gonna change up the product, find a different product, and we're gonna promote that again. And if we can get our 400 to 500 visitors again, I would see no problem making anywhere from $250 to $500 on a challenge. If you guys want to see that video, then definitely hit the like button. Tell me about that in the comment section. And yeah, with all that said, peace.